At Microsoft South Africa, we believe that AI is for everyone, whether you're an educator, a student, a job seeker, an entrepreneur, or a professional looking to upskill. My name is Hasib Ali. I'm the National Technology Officer at Microsoft. AI is no longer the future, it is the present. That's why we've committed to training 1 million people in AI skills by 2026 in South Africa. Additionally, we announced new programs through a partnership with the Youth Employment Service to extend our recently announced AI skilling initiative in South Africa by paying for 50,000 young people's certification exams in high-demand digital skills over the next 12 months. We also announced that we will be making additional investments into our data centers in South Africa, which will accelerate the digital transformation in South Africa and make AI more available for people in South Africa. We want to ensure that everyone, regardless of background or industry, has access to AI opportunities. AI is already transforming industries, creating jobs, boosting innovation, and helping businesses thrive. Whether it's teachers using AI to personalize learning, small businesses automating operations, or young people developing the next generation of AI-powered solutions, the opportunities are endless. AI is not just about automation, it's about enhancing human potential and reshaping how we work and learn. The World Economic Forum estimates that AI and emerging technologies will create millions of new jobs for those who have the skills to embrace them. Through partnerships with platforms like Zibuza.net, we are making AI skills more accessible to educators, students, professionals, and entire communities across South Africa. Our goal is to ensure that AI doesn't leave anyone behind, that it becomes a tool for inclusion, empowerment, and opportunity. We are also launching AI initiatives like AI hackathons, where South Africans can apply AI in real-world problem-solving initiatives. And we look forward to launching that early in the next couple of months. The future of AI isn't something we wait for, it's something we build together. AI is here and it's for all of us. Whether you want to enhance your career, prepare your students for the future, or simply learn how AI can benefit your life, now is the time to act. Join us on this journey. Sign up for the Microsoft AI Fluency training on zibuza.net today and be part of shaping the future. Congratulations and well done to everybody that will complete the courses. Thank you.
Learning is personal. So let's personalize it. Microsoft is reimagining the future of education with AI. With tools like Copilot, educators can save time, amplify creativity, and support students in the ways that work best for them. Students can easily catch up, keep up, and get ahead, staying motivated and prepared with the skills they need in a changing world. And schools are empowered to transform education experiences through their own Copilots, with safety and responsibility built in from the very beginning. AI can empower everyone to focus on what matters most. Bring opportunity to life with Microsoft Education.
Hi, and welcome to our town hall on AI Fluency. My name is Malcolm Moy. I am the vision bearer at Zibuza.net. We are a learning engagement platform that's been around for the last 8 years. Our community is 36,000 members strong, and today I've got Amy Dallas with me. Amy is one of 4 Microsoft Fellows in the country, and just to give you guys some perspective, there's only 200 Fellows in the world, so I'm really honored to be sitting next to Amy today to walk you guys through something that's very important. Microsoft has committed to upskill 1 million South Africans by 2026 on AI skills. And we're quite proud to be an implementation partner that will be training up to 100,000 people, particularly in education, youth and NGO spaces.
Thanks, Malcolm. I'm really excited to be here and taking everyone on this journey about understanding AI. Through my many years of teaching, I have had the joys and excitement of helping people understand the Microsoft technologies as a global training partner. I go across the country helping people incorporate their Microsoft tools to help their workflow more efficient and hopefully making their life a little bit easier.
AI has been a game changer in my life as an entrepreneur. When I first came across it, it felt like magic. I'd have a conversation with it and I was quite surprised at just how it was able to respond. And typically what would take me hours or days was now taking me minutes. And on this journey of AI fluency, I'd like to share with you my story in terms of those first moments of using AI and how I have grown and matured in terms of my understanding. And that's really what AI fluency is. It's a deep understanding and knowledge of AI without the kind of magic or illusion of magic that goes behind it. For me as well as a technologist, I think, what's also important to stress is that AI is just a tool, and like any tool, it's only as effective as you use it. And so we want to also demystify some of the preconceptions you may have about AI and how you can get the best out of it. And something else which I think is quite important to mention is the human factor of AI. We know that a lot of people who haven't been exposed to tech, this can be quite overwhelming. We also understand that there's a lot of emotions involved with using AI, and even from my personal experience, as you'll hear throughout this town hall, AI does come with its limitations. Sometimes it hallucinates, and that leads to frustration. So how do you, work within these kind of constraints? But the journey is one of building your awareness, trying different things, experimenting, becoming comfortable with maybe some failures along the way. But ultimately, one thing we will say that AI is here. It has permeated every layer within society, and we feel that in order for us to remain relevant and participate in the economy, we have to be AI fluent. When I'm not on zibuza.net supporting teachers, I am also a passionate advocate for literacy, and I've written a series of books that teaches kids about the values that are enshrined in our Constitution. So this journey started all the way back in 2017 when my mom, who is a veteran in early childhood development, came to me and said she has this vision for writing kids' storybooks. And she came to me with a napkin with some notes on it, and that started a journey of us publishing a series of books. And to give you guys insights into those books, it moved from a napkin to a script, and with that script we sent it to an editor, and we had to pay that editor per word to review it. He gave us the feedback, and once we had the script, we then sent it to a graphic designer, an illustrator, who charged us 1,000 Rand per illustration. So you can imagine a book with 20 pages, it's 20,000 Rand just for the illustrations. And once you've got the layout and design finished, now you've got to lay out money to print the books. And so we had to figure out like how we're going to fund all of this, right? So we used our own money to fund all of this for the first book. We then looked at ways in which we could raise money because, selling one book at a time doesn't cover the bills. And so we found an opportunity to raise money via Johannesburg Grant in Aid, and they paid for us to host the book fair, which was quite lucrative. So the money we made from the book fair, we then used to create 4 more books. And so our Discovery series contains 5 books. So you can imagine the cost 5 times 20, 30, 40,000 per book. So it took us about 3 years and 3 book fairs to raise the money to finish that first series. We then continued to do that for another year to create our second series. And it was at that point that City of Johannesburg, they have a cool down period in which we couldn't apply for funding. So we didn't have any money to produce any more books, and so we were kind of sad about that, because at that stage we probably had distributed about 7,000 books to kids from under-resourced areas. And so, that project just came to a standstill. But with AI, it was revived. And so the first thing I can mention to you guys is that I'm not a writer by any means. I love reading. And I thought to myself, there's an election year coming up in 2024. And I was very frustrated at the time about elections, because I felt like the politics was all about the personalities and people don't really understand the Constitution. And how do we change that? So out of that frustration was born this series, Discovery Series 3. And essentially what I used AI for was to prompt it with various questions to try and understand, how do I explain concepts within that Constitution? If you've ever read the Constitution, it can be quite a laborious read. A lot of terms that I didn't know the definitions and understandings to. And so with AI, I was able to upload the Constitution and then summarize it. And I could prompt it and ask it questions, and it could give me feedback. And so, one of the prompts I said is review the Constitution and tell me what are the themes within the Constitution. And it came up with about 47 themes. And once I established the themes, I was then able to prompt it and say, well, if you were to group these themes together, what are the common themes that you're finding across all of these values? And so I got a series of themes, and actually that's what formed the basis of our series. So when you look at our Constitution and what it teaches us in terms of essential values, there's things like kindness, unity, teamwork, and environmental stewardship. So that became the basis of which, I started to write these stories. And then the other exciting thing was also kind of, who should my audience be? And I asked the AI, should I create books for adults or kids? And the AI said I should focus on kids, because, why not plant that seed at an early age, and hopefully later on these kids, can embrace those values, whereas adults, we tend to be a bit more difficult when it comes to changing our behaviors and our beliefs. And so that began the journey of our Discovery Series 3. I essentially, wrote some ideas down about each of the scripts, and then I used ChatGPT as my co-writer in terms of, fleshing out some ideas in terms of improvements. And then again, using the prompts like act as a editor and help me review the script and tell me where I can improve the story. And then the AI came back and gave me very valuable feedback in terms of, the structure, the tone, the fluidity, the choice of words. What I love about AI is the way it's able to relate to things on a contextual level that we just can't possibly do as humans. So for example, I told a story which was probably geared for a 15-year-old, and AI gave me feedback that the words I was using was too sophisticated or advanced for a kid. And so when I prompted it to look at the developmental milestones, it was able to adjust the text based on the age groups, which was from 6 to 12 years of age. So I thought that was also quite fascinating in terms of, writing a quality product that, factored in these things, like what are the appropriate words to use for a kid of 6 years old. And so began the journey of the first book, which is called Just Be Kind. And that teaches us about kindness and respect. And the characters we're using there is really, discover how a tiny bee teaches the jungle animals about the importance of kindness and respect. That book took me about 3 months to do. Now bear in mind, initially I told you guys about illustrators and graphic designers, but through the use of AI, where I could do text to image generation, I was able to do this at virtually no cost apart from my own time and skill set that I developed, because I had to prompt and create the jungle backgrounds. That was the imagery for the book, and then also prompting the animals. Now, one of the things that I found with AI that was interesting was that it never generates the same image twice, and also it depends on the accuracy of the detail of your prompt. And so what I found is that with AI now, you can apply certain filters to produce the consistency. So even though the images are slightly different, it's not visible on the naked eye. And one of the things I'm quite excited about, and if you've ever been in graphic design, played around like on tools, like Paint, if you wanted to remove any background image from the image, it would be quite a long, painful task of using the eraser tool and spending hours, removing the parts of a picture that you don't want. But with AI, it's able to remove it within seconds. And so that's what I did. I created my background pictures. I created my characters, and then I used the background remover to remove what I did not need. And then I just basically layered it and placed it on the book. That process took me 3 months. What was interesting about that is I wrote 5 books, and each time I wrote a new book, the time to finish that book shortened. So from 3 months, I went down to 2 months, from 2 months down to 1 month, from 1 month down to 2 weeks, and the final book in the series took me all of 3 days. From editing to background and character development. And so when you look at what AI is doing just in terms of productivity, reducing cost, it's quite amazing that we were able to produce this package within that space of time. And in addition to that, I also prompted AI to figure out how else could we enhance this as not just a learning or reading toolkit, but a learning toolkit. And so some of the ideas that we were able to brainstorm was around activity books. So I created a coloring book companion to the storybooks, which AI recommended could be co-creation and allowing the kids also to unlock their imagination. Again, using generative AI to create the images that is essentially a coloring book. So how cool is that? And then we moved on to an activity book, and we looked at things like word mazes, crossword puzzles, etc. And again, AI made it so easy for us to create a variety of exercises that stimulate learning, etc. And then the final book, which I thought was very useful and getting quite good feedback, is the final book, which is a teacher and parent guide. What we tend to find is sometimes we produce these products and then we don't explain to people how to use them, and so it's not as effective as a learning tool. And so what I loved about using AI was also the creation of a parent and teacher guide, which explained all 5 books, all the lessons and values and how to best utilize it, and also activities that could be used in the book that would make it a valuable, wonderful learning experience.
Prompting in AI refers to the process of providing a specific input or instruction to an AI model to guide its response or behavior. The prompt can be a question, statement, or command, and the AI generates output based on it, aiming to fulfill the request or provide relevant information. Natural language processing, or NLP, is a field of artificial intelligence focused on enabling computers to understand, interpret, and generate human language. It involves tasks like language translation, sentiment analysis, and text summarization, allowing machines to interact with humans using natural language. Bias in AI refers to the presence of systematic favoritism or prejudice in AI models, often resulting from skewed training data, assumptions, or design choices. This can lead to unfair or inaccurate outcomes, disproportionately affecting certain groups or reinforcing stereotypes in applications like hiring, law enforcement, or healthcare. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning that uses neural networks with many layers to model complex patterns and representations in large data sets. It excels in tasks such as image recognition, speech processing, and natural language understanding by automatically learning features from raw data without needing explicit programming. Machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence where computers learn from data to make predictions or decisions without being explicitly programmed. It involves algorithms that identify patterns in data, improving their performance over time as they are exposed to more information. Image generation is the process of creating images using artificial intelligence models, often through techniques like deep learning. AI models such as generative adversarial networks or diffusion models can generate realistic or creative images based on text prompts, existing images, or other input data. These models learn from large datasets to create new, original visuals. Data protection during the import of data involves ensuring that sensitive or personal information is secure throughout the process of transferring or integrating data from one system to another. Hallucination in AI refers to the phenomenon where an AI model generates incorrect, misleading, or fabricated information that appears plausible but is not based on the actual data or reality. This is common in language models, where the AI might confidently provide answers that sound reasonable but are factually inaccurate or entirely made up. Hallucinations can be problematic, especially in critical applications like healthcare, law, or decision-making systems.
In the first scenario, I'm going to be giving an example on how we can use Copilot to help create a detailed step-by-step direction on project management. In this prompt, we're going to be looking at creating a fundraiser for an organization. It is important that we clarify and be very specific in what we are needing, and also understanding the capabilities that Copilot has. So in my prompt, I have said that I've got a fundraising for an organization. I need a step-by-step weekly breakdown to the lead up of this project. And I have got a few members within my task, and we need to assign individual tasks. I needed to specify the weekly breakdown so that I can properly project manage this to make sure that we are reaching our milestones within each week. I then can also put more detail into the request, for example, the marketing needs that I also need. Once I've put that in there, I can then send this through. While Copilot is using its language model, I can see its development of how it does a breakdown for me. And here, I did not specify how many weeks this is. So while I am reviewing the prompt writing, I can then start having a dialogue within Copilot to make sure that this is more specific within my needs of the project scope. So as I open up that dialogue, I'm going to say the project is over 4 weeks. And what it does is it remembers the original prompt and it starts bringing that together. So you don't have to start a new chat. And here we can see that I now have got my 4-week, and again, those specific requirements that I needed for marketing. And what it also did for me is it also said here who the team members are. So when I go back to my team members, I can work on their strengths and say who's going to be focusing on the marketing, who's going to look at the sponsorship, so that it is easier for us to assign those tasks.
Welcome to our guide on how to leverage Microsoft Learn and its new AI-powered personalization feature to enhance your learning journey. Whether you're an educator, a student, or a professional, Microsoft Learn has something tailored just for you. Let's dive into how this innovative platform can transform your learning experience. Imagine you're an educator looking to further your professional development with Microsoft education tools. With Microsoft Learn, you can access a wide range of courses designed to enhance your teaching skills and integrate technology into your classroom. The new AI feature takes it a step further by analyzing your learning preferences and career goals to recommend the most relevant courses. For example, if you're interested in incorporating Microsoft Teams into your teaching, the AI can suggest specific modules and resources to help you master this tool. Now, let's consider a student who needs guidance in exploring career opportunities. Microsoft Learn's AI feature can help you identify the skills and knowledge required for various industries. By inputting your interests and career aspirations, the AI will curate a personalized learning plan, highlighting courses that align with your goals. For instance, if you're aiming for a career in data science, the AI might recommend courses on Azure, Power BI, and machine learning, ensuring you gain the expertise needed to excel in the field. But it's not just educators and students who can benefit. Professionals looking to streamline their work processes can also find immense value in Microsoft Learn. The AI feature can identify gaps in your current skill set and suggest tools and courses to enhance your productivity. Imagine you're a project manager seeking to improve your team's efficiency. The AI might recommend courses on Microsoft Project, Power Automate, and other productivity tools, helping you implement solutions that save time and boost performance. As you can see, Microsoft Learn's AI-powered personalization feature is a game changer for anyone looking to enhance their skills and knowledge. Whether you're an educator, a student, or a professional, this platform offers tailored learning experiences that cater to your unique needs and goals. Start your personalized learning journey with Microsoft Learn and unlock your full potential. Happy learning!
In this creative session, the importance of literacy and prompt writing is emphasized. Today, we'll explore how these skills can help us generate a beautiful image of a sunset. Let's begin. Literacy is more than just the ability to read and write. It's the foundation of our communication, understanding, and expression. It allows us to share our thoughts, ideas, and emotions with others. When we are literate, we can access a world of knowledge, engage in meaningful conversations, and create art that resonates with people. Prompt writing, on the other hand, is a powerful tool that helps us harness our creativity. By crafting thoughtful prompts, we can guide our imagination and bring our visions to life. Whether it's writing a story, composing a poem, or generating an image, prompts provide the structure and inspiration we need to get started. Now, let's combine these two skills, literacy and prompt writing, to create an image of a sunset. Imagine you're standing on a beach, the waves gently lapping at your feet. The sky is painted with hues of orange, pink, and purple as the sun begins to set on the horizon. The warm glow of the sun reflects off the water, creating a shimmering path that leads your eyes to the distant horizon. As you take in this breathtaking scene, think about the details that make it special. The way the colors blend seamlessly into one another, the gentle breeze that carries the scent of the ocean, and the feeling of tranquility that washes over you. These details are what make your image unique and vivid. Now, let's put this into a prompt. Here's an example.
Imagine you're standing on a beach at sunset. The sky is a canvas of orange, pink, and purple, with the sun slowly sinking into the horizon. The waves gently lap at your feet, and the warm glow of the sun reflects off the water, creating a shimmering path. Describe the scene in detail, focusing on the colors.
To get the best results from generative AI, it's important to provide as much context, clarity, and specificity as possible. This helps the AI understand your requirements better. Always double-check your prompt to ensure it's complete. Specify the source and clearly articulate your needs. For example, if you need an image or an email, make that clear. Define the style and detail your request. Maintain an ongoing dialogue with the AI to achieve your desired outcomes. And by using this form of prompt writing, you can guide the generative AI software to create a vivid image. This exercise not only enhances your creative writing skills. In conclusion, literacy and prompt writing are essential skills that empower us to communicate, create, and connect with others. By practicing these skills, we can unlock your full creative potential and bring your visions to life.
Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to explore the concept of responsible AI. As AI becomes more integrated into our daily lives, it's crucial to understand how to use it responsibly. We'll cover best practices, principles, and the global implications of human-AI interaction. First, let's talk about best practices for using AI responsibly. It's essential to critically analyze AI-generated content. Always cross-verify information from multiple sources to ensure accuracy. Be aware of ethical and security concerns. For example, deepfakes can be misused for spreading misinformation or impersonation. It's important to recognize and address these risks. Next, we'll discuss the principles of responsible AI. These principles guide the development and deployment of AI systems. Fairness. Ensure AI systems do not discriminate against individuals or groups. Transparency. Make AI processes understandable and explainable to users. Accountability. Developers and organizations should be accountable for the outcomes of their AI systems. Privacy. Protect user data and ensure privacy is maintained. Deepfakes are AI-generated videos or images that can convincingly mimic real people. While they have legitimate uses, they also pose significant ethical and legal challenges. Misinformation. Deepfakes can spread false information, leading to public distrust. Impersonation. They can be used to impersonate individuals, causing harm or defamation. Copyright issues. Using AI to create content that infringes on copyright can lead to legal consequences. Human-AI interaction has global implications that we must consider. Data privacy. AI systems often require large amounts of data, raising concerns about how this data is collected, stored, and used. Algorithmic bias. AI systems can unintentionally perpetuate biases present in the data they are trained on, leading to unfair outcomes. Transparency and legal liability. It's important to ensure AI systems are transparent and that there are clear guidelines for legal liability in case of harm caused by AI. In summary, responsible AI is about ensuring that AI systems are developed and used in ways that are ethical, fair, and transparent. By following best practices and adhering to key principles, we can harness the power of AI while minimizing its risks. Thank you for your attention, and let's work together to promote responsible AI.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and I'm a 5th grade teacher. Do your students have butterflies before speaking in class? Sometimes even I do. Today, I'm going to show you how you can use Presenter Coach to build confidence and improve your presentation skills. Go to office.com and open your presentation. Click on the Slideshow tab and select Rehearse with Coach. Click Start Rehearsal. Now you can begin practicing. I'll give you a quick example. Today, I'm going to basically tell you about space exploration. You guys probably know that the solar system is made up of several planets. As you can see, you can receive immediate feedback as you present. When you exit the presentation, you get a handy report showing things like pacing, use of filler words, and it even tells you when you're reading the slides word for word. You can rehearse again and again until you or your students feel confident. Presenter Coach is available in PowerPoint for the web. What are you waiting for? Become a pro presenter and try it today.
I am excited to introduce you to Microsoft Coach, an innovative platform designed to enhance students' vocabulary and comprehension skills through the power of AI. Whether you're using the app or the web version, Microsoft Coach offers a seamless experience that supports both South African English pronunciation and Afrikaans. Let's dive into how you can create an AI story and the benefits of using this platform. Step 1. Accessing Microsoft Coach. First, open it in your browser. Sign in with your Microsoft account to get started. Step 2. Creating an AI story. Select the Create Story option. Navigate to the Create Story section on the dashboard. Choose a template. Microsoft Coach offers various templates to help you get started. Select one that suits your needs. Input your content. Enter the text you want to include in your story. You can type it out or use voice input for convenience. Benefits of using Microsoft Coach is it can enhance vocabulary, helping students expand their vocabulary. Improve comprehension. Interactive stories with multimedia elements make learning more engaging, aiding in better comprehension. Personalized learning. The platform adapts to each student's learning pace, providing personalized feedback and recommendations. Accessibility. Available as both an app and a web version, Microsoft Coach is easily accessible on various devices. Language support. With support for South African English pronunciation, Zulu, and Afrikaans, students can learn in their preferred language, making the platform more inclusive. In conclusion, Microsoft Coach is a powerful tool that leverages AI to enhance students' vocabulary and comprehension skills. By creating interactive and engaging stories, students can learn more effectively and enjoyably. I encourage you to explore Microsoft Coach and experience the benefits for yourself. Happy reading. Happy reading.
Use Copilot in Power Automate to optimize and automate business processes faster. Let Copilot help you with process mining to simplify data ingestion, automap data, discover insights, and find solutions. Use Copilot to automate across hundreds of applications. Ask it to build and even refine what it creates. Plus, engage Copilot to easily gain insights into your automations, runs, and performance. Start using Copilot in Power Automate today.
With the rapid development of AI technology, it's important to continue your learning and understanding on how AI can support you within your career development, or job roles. A trusted source is to navigate to the AI Skills Navigator. From there, the first step is to assess your skills. This will give you a better understanding on what you know about AI and how it can help you. Going through those questions, it asks you how you're implementing it, what is your organization needing, what are the workflows, do you understand the data and security when using AI. From there, it will then develop a learning path that you can utilize either on Microsoft Learn or through LinkedIn Learning. It will then help you define the roles and how AI can help you with making your workflows a little bit easier. Also, you can motivate yourself. We're hearing some of those success stories on how people are using AI to improve their work, their personal development, and also how it's being utilized around the world. You can also go to the AI Skills Navigator chat, where you can also then ask questions to help you that will be more aligned to what your learning needs are or things that you don't understand. For example, if I go to how can I build skills for AI in my job, you'll see here it will then start generating a response which makes it easier for you to align it to your job. Then it continues with that prompt where you can have some follow-up questions that would better understand what you are needing for your work processes. Using this AI Navigator platform, it makes it a much simpler process to get informed information and a better understanding on how AI can support you. So navigate to the AI skills, sign in, and continue your learning. To continue your understanding in AI fluency, you can head over to Microsoft Learn. Microsoft Learn has got a learning path with different modules on the topics that we've been covering in today's webinar. So you can find out the history behind AI basics, on where artificial intelligence came from. It also gives you some practical examples on how to use generative AI and how to start using Copilot and how you can use it within your job roles. Because you participated in today's session, you would have received a redemption code that will then be linked to a Microsoft Learn. When you receive this code, it's as simple as just clicking on the link, and what it will do is it will say redeem your code. Now, if you have not created a Microsoft Learn profile, this will already just start prompts, and it's as simple as putting in your email address and name to redeem that certificate. You will then redeem that point. It will process it, and then it will show on your Microsoft Learn profile. And it's as simple as that. With that, you can go into your learning paths, and you will see here that you have then received a trophy, which means that you've completed the learning path. And if you need to share the certificate, all you have to do is click on the icon, the print icon, and there you will have your certificate of completion. We have different ways of learning, and Zabuza.net has really taken that into consideration with the AI fluency. Now, if you're not already a member, I highly recommend jumping in, signing in, and joining this community. If you follow the organization of Zabuza.net, you will then see that they have now created a link on a form which will then guide you through some videos and a breakdown of the AI fluency course that is replicated within the Microsoft Learn platform. So it's made it much simpler to go through it, do a knowledge check, and then you can also get that redemption code that then qualifies you to achieve that trophy that we demonstrated earlier on Microsoft Learn. So either way, either using Microsoft Learn or heading over to Zibuza.net, you can continue your learning journey in understanding AI fluency.
So where to from here, Malcolm?
We've got an AI fluency course that's available to everybody at no cost, courtesy of Microsoft. And that will basically follow on from this town hall and provide you guys with an in-depth knowledge of AI fluency. You are also welcome to join us on Zibuza.net, our community of practice, where we'll be sharing information, practical examples, and essentially also looking forward to your contributions of how you guys are using AI in your classroom.
And remember to continue your learning, your professional development with using Microsoft Learn. Technology is ever growing and we have to make sure that we stay up to date with the changes. And the best way to do that is log on to your Microsoft Learn and find out about all the wonderful features that Microsoft has to offer.
Thank you everybody for joining us today for our town hall on AI fluency. For more information on upskilling yourself on AI, you may go to the AI Skills Navigator website, where you can use AI to plot your AI journey.